Now you got a light on. Yep, lights on, both of them. Okay, we're straightening a needle that he don't want me to use, but I don't give a shit. I'm still gonna straighten it. So I put it in my collet up in here, and I'm above the point where I think it's bent. So you roll on the ground on the thing here. You can look at where you think it's bent. Looks like it's bent right at the block area here to me. So I put it just above the block area. It'd be nice if I had a chuck I could use, but I don't think it's small, so we have to use a collet. So then you just turn the machine on, look at it. You see all the bending is right basically where the block is.
It's got the wobblies.
It's got the wobbly to it.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's bent right at the top of the black spot. So we're going to put our thumbnail right on that spot. Right spot or too low? Too low. I don't like about this design, you can't control exactly where it pinches at. Okay, that looks like the right spot. See where it's at?
Oh yeah, yeah. Needle tuning.
You can actually put an indicator on there if you want, which would be a lot easier to do probably in the long run.
I was thinking about that.
Just keep doing like I'm doing it.
Fine tuning needle run out.
See, that's close enough to run it right there. But it just bounces around the hole anyway. All they do is bounce around in a hole. They're not precisionally held anyway. But we can make it closer than we got. Put it where you can see, I guess. Okay, so high goes up. Low goes down. See? So if it comes toward me, it goes up. Put it in neutral. So I got it within 10 thou there. Just by 10.5 thou by eyeball. So this is our high spot right here. And low spot, which way is high? High is up this way. So the high spot is here, which means I have to go that way. The low spot over here means I move it toward me, so I push this direction. See how the needle goes up?
Mm-hmm.
Now you want to go about halfway is what we're trying to get to. You can see how tough the needles are. If you want to know you make it worse or better, you mark it so you know where you're at. You get to a number, I know where I'm at. So we got 1 thou. We're dealing with 1,000s right now. See?
Well, it's actually pretty damn good.
You broke my needle.
That's awesome.
So there's one bent needle within a half a thou or within a thou of being straight. You think?
Bent to unbent.
Yeah, bent to unbent. the table and see if it does any more stupid wobbling. See how it looks good. This table's pretty rough to be rolling on. Roll on top of the table over there. Flat table. Roll up on top of the weight now. Does it look pretty flat for you?
Just by feel, it looks. Yeah, actually, it looks really good.
You see how tough that material is they make it out of. It's pretty damn stout. There's a lot of pressure on putting that to bend it.
That's check this out.
What?
That's pretty straight, huh?
Yeah, it's not hesitating. Rolls evenly. Okay. You happy now? Can we reuse it?
Yes,
You're okay now?
I'm okay.
So if I didn't tell you this before, you wouldn't know anyway.
That's correct.
So
But I knew, and therefore, it made a difference. But now it does not.
so you're happy with the half a thou run out? You can tolerate that?
I can tolerate that.
Okay. Good. I'm glad you can tolerate that.
I'm curious as to how much a factory needle has.
You'd be surprised how much they rattle around.
That's what I'm starting to think.
Okay. Let's see what I did.
You moved it down one notch.
One step richer.
One step richer. And what size needle is that?
Stock.
Stock needle, one step richer.
So when you pull it out of the hole here,
It's higher up.
it gets richer.
So it's richer.
The hole
So-
gets bigger, the hole gets
Yeah.
smaller. When you pull it out, it gets bigger.
Gotcha.
You put more fuel. So when you lower the needle, when you lower the clip, the needle goes up because the clip doesn't move; it stays constant. So if you go up that way, it reverses it. So there you go.
And for some
So
reason,
now we are one step richer on the needle. You can go all the way to the bottom if you want to, but we just wouldn't want. That's enough to start with. And I'm going to order up the other one anyway. And the 45 and 48 are the same, but not the 42. I thought the 42 and 5 were the same. No, it's 45 and 48 are the same. So don't forget. So when you go down to your local Harley Davidson dealership that stocks parts, make sure you order a 45 or 8 needle and not a 42. Okay, there's your little washer. Now that is important to have that washer in there because that's preset height. It's built in. Okay, so now we can go ahead and drop that in the hole. See the whole way down in there?
Mm-hmm.
So you drop the needle back in the hole. See, I gets hung up on the washer.
yeah.
So you can either pull the needle up, let the washer drop down, and drop the needle, or you can come over here and unadjust the slide. At some point, the needle will drop. And it didn't quite drop. There it goes. Light push. Because if you drop the lever down, there's more room for the needle to go through. See how it's in there now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, if you wiggle it like this, that little thing clip full in or not? Or the other knot still hanging up there, I can't see. You have to look at the camera.
I can't see, man. I'm blind.
You can't see, you're blind. I'm blind too, because I can't see because it's dark. There. See that little lever flip down there? Because I'm using gravity.
Oh, the little, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it drops, so it locks the needle in place.
Yeah, that holds on to
Awesome.
the top of the clip. Can't let it come out.
Gotcha.
So I let gravity work for me there because I knew where it was. Okay, now we had that long Allen someplace. There's a wrench somewhere. It might be over my pile over here. I don't remember where I put it. But educational people outside.
I think there's a new shipment of bath salts in the neighborhood.
Is that what it is? Okay, now you tighten this up. See, I don't have the right wrench. We make a correct wrench right here. Tough enough. Now you look at it to make sure the needle didn't move. Appears the little lever thing is in the right spot.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. And when you open this thing up, right there,
They really do float around in there.
You see the needle moving around?
Oh yeah, big time.
Do you think that half a thou out of round is going to hurt that either?
No.
There you go. As long as it goes evenly in the hole, it don't really matter.
All right.
All right. So they don't have to be perfectly straight, even though we get it pretty good. All right. Let's see. I need to put the idle speed back up because I turned it way down. Remember? Back off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I got a little bit of air flowing through there. I don't know what I need, so I just give it a little bit. You may have to make a quick adjustment when it starts running. Okay. Now we have our rest of the stuff we got to put together. Okay, we got the accelerator pump in here.
Mm-hmm.
Spring on there. The rod is still in here. So now we need basically our float, which we don't have a float yet. We don't have a float needle. And we have a brand new float needle over here that you wanted. Because that other one was defective. It was old.
And it was missing the washer.
I was missing the O-ring.
O-ring.
Now, the lack of O-ring seal was probably the biggest thing. So there's what a new one looks like. Nice
Oh yeah.
fresh tip. So this goes down inside the hose. Just push it down. There should be some kind of a retention device that holds that in. Not these broken pieces I did. Those are custom. Okay, there's a pin here. So I don't see the thing that holds the needle in.
Let's look at the diagram.
Looks to me like there's probably just a screw that does it. Looks like it just has a flathead screw that hits against it. So go in the comic book and see what holds it in. Let's see here. I'm thinking that little screw right there on the side is what holds it in.
Ooh.
That'd be number 64. 6 and 4 is 3. 4 is a VM 12 216. Screw with washer. In V, Nevada. It could be a needle valve. And it's a retainer. So you think it's a Nevada retainer or a needle valve retainer?
You know, it could be either way, but I'm going to go with the needle valve. I'm going to take a chance.
You gonna go for that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking that this miscellaneous washer over here with a large washer on it
Oh yeah.
is probably the one that goes in there.
That's got it written.
It's
all
got needle
over it.
valve retaining device all over it.
Yeah, all over it. I mean, if I wanted to retain my needle valve, I'd be starting with that one for sure.
Yeah, it's gone now. I lost it. Fill in the hole, but it won't come out. I like how the carburetor stands up.
Oh yeah, self-standing.
Self-supporting.
Yeah, it's got a little lean to it.
Perfect. So come here at an angle. You see. Oh, that's even the right size screw. That's even better. Look at that.
I like that.
I'm thinking that's the right part. Now you see a little screwdriver slot right there?
Yeah.
That adjusts the squirter right there where it squirts.
Like the direction of where it
Yeah.
squirts?
So if it's
Really?
not squirting in the center, it squirts off the side. Go in here and adjust that and put it back in.
Really?
Yeah, that's how that works.
Nice.
It's got like an O-ring on it that holds it.
Huh.
Simple. Okay, so we have our needle, we have our main jet, we have our needle jet, or needle valve in there, or needle, whatever. I call that a jet. They call it jet, needle jet, or something. I forget what they call it. It's a damn needle. So we got that all in there. Okay, so we're pretty good. Now, you know what we don't have? Now we don't have a float needle retaining screw. That might be where that screw is actually supposed to go. So here's our float. Probably should have been something that supports it. This has a little hook on it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably goes right over here like this.
Yeah, right on top of that little. Yep, that's
Ding,
it.
ding, 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 ding.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Is there a little pin that goes?
Yeah, but the screw I think we just used on something else.
Whoops.
I bet you that screw we use goes on top of this. Or there's another screw that we don't have.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee there's another screw that we're missing right now. Because I don't see it in all the parts that came out today. And I know they would have been there originally. Because we have all these other valuable parts sitting here. It's hard to believe we don't have the one we need.
Huh.
And my guess is I bet you that number has the same identical number on it.
It seems likely.
It appears to be two different ones though.
Really?
See, the 64 had that large washer, which we did use on a needle valve.
So we used the right one in the right place.
But the little small one here, number 68, we do not have. So 68 appears to be a number screw float 4.
That's a good name for it.
That's a float bowl then. No, I don't think that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the one that holds a needle in there.
Really?
So what's 68? That's not the same one that goes in the float.
Could it be this one?
These are 74. These are float. It takes 4 of those. I think they got their numbers screwed up. Packing float bowl, screw float bowl 4. That's not a float bowl screw. That is number 74 is a float bowl screw. Screw float bowl 4. So they have 4. They have 8 float bowl screws where there's only 4 that used. So I'm thinking that description's off. Pretty sure it's not quite right.
When Mr. McCooney translated that into English.
So it appears that we have another float retention screw right here. So I'm thinking that might be the same size screw that we're going to need to hold that pin on there. Even though they say it's not the same one. I'm not above using
Said screw.
the incorrect screw if that's the one we got to use. Okay, it appears to be the only small screw in there. Now we can go over here and look through my junk pile. I don't think I bought any of those. I have lots of other stuff over here. Ooh, look at that.
Ooh, what's that? What's that all about? Oh, there we go.
There's another one of those screws.
Let's take it out of there.
Appears to be a lot of these.
Let's not rob that packaging when we need to.
Well, we still got to I'm still missing parts out of that kit. And that appears to be the same thing.
And it looks large enough to cover over the pin.
Well, this one's all in a bag. It's not going to fall out. This one here is going to fall out. So I'm going to use this one. The trick is to get the fall out where I can find it again. There's that new needle valve washer we should have put in there. It's too late now.
We shall return.
Okay, I took one of the float bowl screws, got the washer on it. It appears to be doing the job for a float pivot screw. They did say with the float bowl screws they're supposed to be in there, so that's right. Okay, so now you got to set your float. Remember how many millimeter it was?
18.
18?
18 millimeters.
How much is 18 millimeter?
2 less than 20.
But more than 17, right?
One more than 17.
I can use this one over here. Got my metric conversion machine over here, see? It's my metric conversion machine. So you put on millimeter. You go to 18.02. .02. 18 even, see? And you go convert 710 thousandths. Got that?
I got it.
700 thousandths. take your metric conversion machine over here, which has no metric on it. You go down 7 lines, that's 700 thousandths. That's what your float should be at. Now if you have it like this, you got too much weight on it, so it goes past. So you can measure at an angle. See where it just stops? It keeps going, see? Now this is an angle base too, so where do you want to measure this 700 thousandths at?
You know, I believe that it shows
In the comic book over here?
in the comic book a fairly accurate.
This is the mini comic book, not the full-on comic book. Look at it, it shows all about this crap over here. There's that piece I broke off.
Ooh, yeah.
You don't need that extra weight. I was saving some weight.
Well, that makes the bike faster.
Okay.
Okay, so in center line
Plus
of,
or minus 2 millimeter. That's
in the
80
center line of the bowl.
That's 80 thousandths now. So it's in line with the jet.
So it wants you to measure it with the carb laying down.
At an angle like this.
Is it supposed to be?
And you have a 2 millimeter variable. And we're at 700 right there. See right there? Let's get the camera up where I can see it.
Oh, yes.
That's right. Just a tick over that 7 line, right on the 7 line, depending on where your float stops at. See that?
Mm-hmm.
If you put rapid gravity on it, it'll drop. See how it drops?
Mm-hmm.
My arm's in the way now, but it drops because now the weight of the float is overdoing the spring. Okay, so it's adjusted correctly. Which makes sense because it was all brand new already, parts were in there.
Brand new setting from the factory.
So it didn't change any. Alright, so where's our float bowl at? This piece over here, somebody was not happy with the original components on this one.
It's always nice to get a fresh gasket. That way you don't have to turn the petcock off on the race line. As you so elegantly put it.
Yeah, but on a nitro bike, the little leak doesn't hurt anything. It sucks so much fuel, it doesn't matter. This is noticeably fatter than when we took it out. Almost like this one might not be collapsed yet. Not sure why.
The nice seal it'll provide.
Okay. There you go. So you got your needles in there. They're tight. Screws are all in there tight. Put that in there. It should drop straight down, no effort. If you have to put effort on it, it's not good. Okay, we have these brand new screws that came in the kit. They have no lock washers on them. We have 3. How many do you want?
I'd like 4.
One more over here on the side. You didn't roll it over there, did you?
I think it rolled itself.
Rolled itself.
Those are the self-rolling float bowl screws.
Self-adjusting.
Self-adjusting. Yeah.
Adjusting.
I pay extra for them.
Yeah, that's right.
But you get them.
Shiny ones too. You like that shiny part.
You know what? I like to get them shiny and then buff them on the wheel to make them a little flatter.
Then they get rusty.
I think I get up 10,000th of horsepower out of that.
10,000 more horsepower.
You know.
Okay, we got for a screw that works. Not that one. One.
Yeah. When you're dealing in the 10,000th of horsepower, I have a hard time getting a tuner that can actually adjust to that.
Yeah.
So until they get the skill set where they're operating at my level,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna have to go by feel.
that's it. The time slip never lies,
Time slips do not lie.
except when they don't work.
Yeah, until when the machinery goes down.
Except when the dust blows through the timing light and gives you a full speed.
Right.
Or decides not to work because the battery died. That happens too. Okay. So somebody was having a coronary about the brightness of this cover. I'm not sure what the problem was. What was the problem?
Well, it created more drag and slowed the bike down. The coefficiency.
Oh, that what it was.
Yeah. It was all about the coefficiency there.
Look what I found.
Ooh. Is it going to be wider, though? Because that body's thicker, right?
I don't know.
I think... You want to hold it up to it? Because I think...
They wouldn't change that.
I love your intention, but I'm thinking...
I don't think they're going to matter. It's the same.
Ooh.
What the hell is it? Oh. Don't push on the choke. Cause issues there. I don't see any broken parts. Definitely is making noise though. It's hard to tell. Seems to be all connected still. Testing noises, just to see if it's noisy. Okay. Appears to be aged on there. You know how many years that thing's been attached to that cover already?
I do not, but I feel it would be several.
Yeah, I've had these carburetors for probably 15 years now at least.
Wow.
These are vintage, new 48mm carburetors.
Brand new old stock.
Yeah, I brought them for my race bikes and never used them. Yeah. All right, is that more your color you like?
Yes.
You gonna paint it though?
I'm going to paint it.
Okay, you better hurry get some paint on that because it's an ugly color right now.
Done deal.
So go shoot some other color on that thing.
And we'll be right back.
I'm going to take this nice ugly ass chrome one here. Put it over here in my carburetor. Oh, you can keep that film. Let's go paint. Get out of here.
Aww.
Where's your paint at? Put it back on the shelf?
Yeah.
Okay, get out of here. You better go the other way, you're on camera. Oh shit, they're going to tell you by the back who you are. Quick, don't look at him. It's top secret. He's shy. Or he's wanted by the feds. I'm not sure which. I'm guessing the feds.
Where's your wrinkle at?
I don't have wrinkle. I have hammer tone. You want hammer tone?
No.
Okay, good.
I don't want my bike to look like a 1980s gym.
Yeah.
Matte black. Here we go.
Matte black. Oh my god, that's gonna be so 90s. Actually, that's so 80s. They went to wrinkle in the 90s. 80s was all flat. They had the brushed sandblast finish, and then they had flat blacks. That's what they used in the 80s. All right, now we got a brand new carbonator with a chrome cover on it. Well, he's going to be happy about that. Okay, so while we got this out, I'm going to look at the screw adjustment here so I can see kind of where things are at. Because we need to adjust this other one also. So right now we have that much thread hanging out of the top of the cover that he just took. But I happen to have my little cinch-in scale here. Get some kind of rough idea what we got here. So it looks like about 325, 425 total. Yeah, slightly lower. Pretty close though. Maybe turn or so off, if that. I'm not sure if this thing will move. I don't think this one's going to move. No, it moved. Half a turn. I think the top of the screw is missing about 25 thou off of it. Okay, we moved it half a turn. Ain't gonna do nothing anyway. Okay, now I'm gonna look at the other adjustment. So you kind of see about what kind of movement we got here. So you got about that much free play in the top system, right here above it. Basically the thickness of a screwdriver is about what that is. Yeah, loose screwdriver. So we go over here and look at this one. Got about the same amount of clearance on that one. Okay, so this one here. Okay, that adjusts how much pump you got right there. This rubber here has a little drag on it. So I need to put a little CRC on it to lubricate a little. Another interruption on the phone. Hello. Yes. Yes. I'll be here for a while. I'm working on the bike. Okay. Bye. We've got some more secret visitors coming. Okay, so let's get that lubricated up there. Okay. See the spring down here has to overcome the drag on that boot to return it back up. It turns pretty slowly there, so not exactly working very well. This plunger down here don't have a lot of pressure on it. I think we need to get some fuel in there or something to make that work better. So this rod is not really returning like it should be right now. It goes all the way down, but it doesn't want to come back up. Slowly rising though, if you watch it. The spring is too weak to overcome the drag on the boot. So I pull it all the way up. I can feel where it just hits right there. So eventually it would get up to that point, but right now it's not coming like it's supposed to. So hopefully we get some lubricant in here, things will start to work, because right now it's a little bit light. Okay. So the next thing I'll do is put this away now we're not using it no more. Keep robbing all the parts off of it. Come on, back in the box. Okay. Choke to put back in. Oh, we're going to put a new O-ring on the valve under here. Just for the hell of it, put a new O-ring down in here. Okay, so there's the seals we got. It looks like there's 2 O-rings in here that do the sealing. In case one doesn't work, the second one does. You can see how the first one's pretty well collapsed, the second one not quite so bad. So let's see if I'll put some new O-rings in there. Probably these little ones right over here in the corner of the package down here, would be my guess. All these little parts out. Okay. So I'm gonna try to get this out of here. My thumbnail isn't quite getting the job done. Get a little pick. You put on there? You're not blowing my cover, are you? Uh-oh. I think I am. Could use a heater. He's over there blowing my cover. Okay, there's the O-ring. One of them's coming out. That's one out. There's number 2. Number 2. Got this set too high. Okay, there's the first one on. And there's number 2. Number 2 has to go to the second groove though. There we go. Number 2 is in. Okay, run your fingernail around the O-ring to make sure it is unwound. No twisties are allowed in the O-rings. They don't work very good. Okay, there we go. That should go back into the carburetor relatively easily. There we go, look at that. Ooh, that has a nice free spin to it. Okay, put your clip back on in there. Your screw. Oh, you missed it. I'm done almost. There we go. Nice new screw. Look at it. Oh, nice and new. Okay. Now, underneath this idle mixture screw is probably an O-ring buried up under there, I bet. Mr. New Guy wants new O-rings. There's your needle. It's a filthy needle. When the last time you cleaned up? There's a springy. It's a washer in there. Way up in there's a washer. I don't know if you can see in there or not. Somebody gotta get that washer out. When you get the washer out, there's going to be an O-ring under there. Oops.
Oh, it is a little one.
There should be an O-ring in there too. Don't feel an O-ring. Doesn't matter what I feel. There's got to be one in there. something in there. Can't see it though. Not coming. Can't really see anything in the bottom of that hole. So, where's your item mixture screw at? See a little thing right there, number 52. I bet you it says O-ring on it. Ooh, it says O-ring pilot air. There's an O-ring in there. At least there should be one in there. Whether there's one in there now or not, we don't know. But there should be one in there. Get him a little better nozzle over there.
Oh.
We use a little pressure. 100 pounds in here, so 170. Actually, I think it's 180. Okay. Think it's going to come out?
Oh yeah.
Nothing's happening.
Can't shoot it from the other way.
That would blow it up. All I see is just a nice shiny piece in there. See in there or not. Light help or hurt?
Hurt.
See the shiny bottom? Rotate around a little bit. See that shiny at the base of the hole?
Yeah, you're right. There's nothing in there.
I don't see an O-ring. I'm feeling a drag on the tip of this.
There's no way it would be that shiny. There were an O-ring in there.
Yeah, I know, it would be dull. No, I don't think it's one in there. Well, luckily we have an O-ring over here. We have two. We got a big one and a small one. So let's see what the big one looks like. I'm thinking the big one matches the big washer. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So this is my installation tool here. So I'm going to flip it around. Got the washer and the O-ring. Doesn't work very well. The washer turns sideways. Well, the washer's sitting flat, so I assume the O-ring's in there. Then we have a spring and a screw. Half,
Feel right?
1.5, 2. 2 turns out. That's about where you start at. Maybe 2.5, something like that. It's an air blade, so you make it richer by screwing it in. It cuts the airflow. The opposite of what an S&S would do.
Interesting.
You know, we got a little small O-ring. We don't know what it is for over here. I don't know what else I'd put an O-ring on. Unless there's something we missed. fxr4 pump rod doesn't want to return up because the spring's not enough to overcome the drag of the rubber booty.
Mm.
So it's a little stiff. So once it gets feeling, hopefully it'll start working correctly. Alright, be back.
Jackets.
Alright, we're doing some welding here now. You'll need a hammer. So we're going to put a couple of panhead linkered ball bearings in here. So you got some genuine parts in your bike now. And that damn modern Evo shit. So we're going to put these in here to plug up the hole.
That Evo shit saved Harley.
There you go. No, AMF saved Harley. So, there you go. This one just dropped in. This one here I pounded in. I'm going to solder across the top of both of these. And that way you don't fill the whole carburetor full of solder when you're filling a hole in. Even though I think you wanted me to do that. I'm going to use a little bit of heat. Not with this though. With this.
Oh, it's a fucking party now.
It's probably not the one I should use. Yeah, I don't know if this stuff will work. We'll find out. Stuck. Gurgle, gurgle. Thinking that one's in there. What do you think?
That's pretty good.
Might be warm. With your cool down torch. Those new O-rings getting hot?
Yeah. Not really.
Yeah, it's cold.
Good to go.
Put that in your pocket, it'll cool you, warm you up.
Sweet.
Alright.
Alright, we'll be back.
Okay. We're just got done soldering up the holes here. So they're good to go. So the lid's been drying. Got this custom paint job right here. He identified marking right here, so he knows what it is. It's a birthmark. So he knows if somebody steals it, whose it is. Oh, we didn't change the gasket out. Oh shit. I know you want new gaskets. This gasket seems to be permanently installed on here though. You know it's going to come off in pieces now, don't you? It's coming. It's coming. Down to one corner. That was vintage hard. This is vintage new. You realize this kit's at least a year old already? look at that. These nice new looking screws over here. So what do you know today about the carburetor rebuilding?
It's a lot different than a CV.
Don't forget to take out the needle.
That,
and don't put that in a vise.
yeah.
There you go. 2 things we learned today.
That was definitely part of the learning curve today.
Yeah. I fixed one of the 3 problems though. So.
It's very interesting though. I mean, I'm familiar with the CV, and that's really, and you know, an S&S, of course. But it's from a mechanical perspective, it's interesting because all 3 of them do the same job, but they're very different. Very, very different.
Yep. Use new rubber. There you go. One brand new rebuild.
There you
An
go.
ugly black lid on there.
Perfectly ugly.
Perfectly ugly. See, it sticks down when you go like this.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of comes up real slow.
Hmm.
Eventually it comes up though. So if you hit your sort of click and roll, it will only works once, and it'll work for a while until it comes back up. For whatever reason. Alright, that's it for rebuilding. Get all this junk cleaned up. Oh, no, we forgot something. Almost. This has only been in about 4 times already, I think, maybe 5. Where's it go?
Where the hole is.
Let's see the hole.
The threaded hole.
What's the hole? Oh, on that side. Oh, on this side. Oh, there it is. I knew there was a secret spot. A very important secret part. We're almost done. Don't cross thread it like that. There we go. Now we got all the pieces on there. It's a fully optioned carbonator now. Does it work? Ooh, still works. There you go. Hey, your rod came back up. Alright. Gotta go on that thing now. Be back.
Cool.